Welcome back, everybody, to more Lord of the Rings Online. Let's get straight into it.
Thank you for your help.
Well done, Kippen. The time is nearly upon us. Are you prepared?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Ingmar speaks to you in a hushed tone. Kippen, I have decided, regardless of my father's will, that I shall lead forth my men against the orcs of Maustag. In light of my decision, would you perform a favor for me? Go to my wife Tola and let her know my mind. Let her know that I love her and that I have come with the decision not out of pride, but for the good of my people. I do not deny the desire, the glory that only a great victory in battle can bring, but in truth, I also do not wish to be parted from my wife. Okay, so a decision has been made to ride out and meet these orcs in battle preemptively. Let me go inform his wife of that. It's not that far.
Another lesson learned.
What? My fool husband. Then you failed in the errand I sent you upon? You must return at once to Reeve Ingbert and let him know my husband's mind. Perhaps he can stop him before it's too late. I don't know about that. I don't think there's any changing his mind at this point.
You did very well.
You have come too late, Kippen.
I need your help.
The preparations for the attack on Mondstadt are now complete, but alas, Ingmar has defied my commands and has taken command of the assault. Go to him at once and see that he does not do anything rash. I wish that I were joining you in this battle, but I cannot. My duty is first to my people, and I cannot leave them undefended, even to protect my son. You have my thanks for the assistance that you have provided thus far, Kippen. May you win glory as well. To battle then, and may the orcs feel the wrath of the mark.
Against my wishes, my son Ingmar has taken to the field against the orcs of Maustazg. He thinks of the glory of victory would bring him, but not the grief it would bring to those who love him should he perish.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You have decided to join us in defending my people? I knew that you were a solid character, Kippen. Only by driving the orcs from our lands can we truly defend Eaworth. I only hope that Wolfhard and his army from Thornhope arrive in time. We are woefully outnumbered. Until then, for Eaworth, for honor, for glory, for Lirithangus. That poisoner really did some work. There are indeed a lot of them, but not too bad. All right. Where is... He's like all the way over there. That's weird. Is that bugged? It looked a little bugged. I guess we're assaulting here. You have broken through the mounted defenses of Maustazg.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Come, we have broken through their lines. Let us continue. Kind of hard to group up all the enemies for AoE attacks when there are a bunch of other people attacking the enemies. Oh well, I'll do my best. wonder if I should just go ahead. Leave like one enemy for them to fight. Then I'll just start clearing here. All right, let's keep going. Just gonna keep running through here, 'cause why not? All right, let them bleed out. Let me come in here. All right. Looks like we're ready to face the boss here. Just gotta wait for my companions to arrive. You have broken through the central camp of Maustaz. Ha, you think you have won? Fools. Even should you defeat me, your fate has been decided, worms. Your grandmother, the old battle axe, softened up your father for us, just like Sharku instructed. You lie, orc. Lady Goda would never treat you with the likes of you. Ah, but I have proof of the old woman's cooperation. Here, her signet, proof that even you cannot deny. I will end this farce. Now be done with these fools. Oh no. Ingmar has been injured. Let me put some bleeds on him. There we go.
What brings you to these lands?
Ah, what glory I may have earned has been overshadowed by grief. To know that Saruman the White has betrayed us is terrible enough, but to know that he used my grandmother as a tool is a deathly blow. You lift Ingmar and carry him away. It's a strong hobbit.
Thank you for your help.
I lost that I could not join in the fray. Perhaps if I had, my son would not have to lie abed in the infirmary. Nevertheless, victory belongs to the house of LOTRO, and my son has earned the glory he so desired. His wounds will mend, and we will be stronger for it. Ingbert looks grim as he continues. But all is not well. From what Ingmar reports, and what you have told me, there is indeed a traitor in our midst, with whom I am loath to pursue justice. Not too interested in these rewards. They don't look very good.
I need your help.
My heart grieves, Kippen. My mother has always been wise in her ways and her counsel. Why now has she turned to folly? To know that Saruman, ever a friend of Rohan, has fallen to evil is nearly more than I can bear. But that he should take with him good folk such as Goda, daughter of Athelmar. Nonetheless, I cannot allow this treason to go unnoticed, Kippen. I would ask that you take my mother into custody. The guards will escort her to jail to await trial. Quite a predicament.
You have done well.
Ah, so my son has not the courage to confront me himself. Know this, Warden. What I did for the good of the writing and of Rohan. Theoden King has become feeble-minded, incapable of ruling the Mark. Saruman is strong and wise. He seeks only to bring order to the lands. Guards, take Lady Goda to the jail. I will come to her later.
Thank you for your help.
I doubt that her intent was true, Kippen, but our allegiance is to Theoden and not Saruman. I cannot believe that there's any good in the deeds of the wizard, and that is a great sorrow. We must, however, persevere, for if our hearts fail us, darkness will consume Rohan.
I need you to do this.
Sorrow must await until the danger has passed, Kippen. However, I wish to be certain of my son's health and well-being. Go to him in the infirmary and learn of his condition. If he is conscious, let Ingmar know that I am proud of him. He has earned a great honor and glory among the people of Eaworth. for his assault on Maustag has brought reprieve against the siege of the orcs. So I'm glad I made the decision that I did and I didn't go with what Goda was telling us. Looks like we made the right decision. Although it did result in the injury of a prince here, but that's alright. What can you do?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Hail and well met, friend Kippen. It appears our paths run along similar courses. I did not believe things had become so dire within the borders of the Riddermark, but I see from the orc encampment outside of Eaworth that the situation here is worse than I imagined. I am sore distressed to bring word of the Kundalar to Reeve Ingbert, but if he does not join in the muster, I fear that the Eastman will fall. Will you accompany me to meet him? Let us meet with the Reeve and see what he has to say.
We have arrived at Eaworth, capital of the Entwash Vale, bringing word of a vast Easterling horde invading from the north. But I fear that word has come too late, for orcs are encamped upon Eaworth's threshold. I only hope that we can convince Reeve Ingbert of the greater threat facing the whole of Rohan.
Welcome to Eaworth, Captain, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You say you and your men are retainers of Lord Eomer, but what would bring you this far north? My Lord Eomer sent us north to harry the orcs and distract them so that the ridings in the Eastmen could muster their strength. However, while we were away in the wold, we learned of a great horde of Easterlings. The Kundalar planned to invade from the north. We rode south at once to warn the Reeves, but have encountered naught but resistance. Will you not send a contingent to Harwick to help bolster the defenses in the north? I fear Aldor Harding is resigned to defeat, though I dare say that he take many an Easterling with him. Would that I, Captain, but have you seen the threats upon my very doorstep? As long as the orcs hold siege, we dare not reduce our own defenses. I can't keep up with this, it's too fast, man. What of Thornhope? Could they not help fortify Eaworth while you send help to Harwick? We sent word to Thornhope long ago, but we have heard nothing from Thane Wolfhart. I feared that they were besieged long before us. If there is not for the courage of my son Ingmar and our friend Kippen here, Eaworth would have already fallen. You say that the siege is all that stands in your way of reinforcing the wold? Then I have a plan, Kippen. Will you attend with me for a moment?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
So, Kippen, you have struck at the heart of the orcs' encampment? Perhaps between us, we may break the siege or at least weaken it enough to enable Reeve Ingbert to send company of men to Harwick. What say you? Will you help me lay a trap for the orcs? Good. Kippen and I believe that we may break the siege or at the very least weaken it. If we can do this, will you send a company to Harwick? If you can do what you say, then I. If the siege is weakened, I should be able to spare some men for the muster. It will be dangerous, for my trap will bring the orcs within the walls of Eaworth. Those who shall not fight should take shelter in the north end of the city, preferably behind bolted doors. I trust Kippen, and if Kippen shares his trust with you, then so shall I. Eaworth and the Entwash Vale are in your hands.
What brings you to these lands?
It is settled then. As we prove the Easterlings no match for the riders of the mark, so shall we teach the orcs a lesson in fear. Let us return to my men and set our trap. They really need to slow down on that text, man. It's impossible to keep up with it.
Our mission is dire.
The situation here is far worse than I imagined. If we do not help the Reeve against the orcs, I fear Eaworth and the Entwash Vale will fall.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Are you prepared, Kippen? Hutha will ride out to the Vale and harry the orcs. Hopefully he can goad them into mounting an assault on Eaworth, drawing them to the ruined southern wall. When they attack, we will put a token in the fight, but gradually withdraw into the city, where the greater part of the force will fall upon them. They will be trapped in our onslaught. Will you join us, my friend? If so, let Hutha do his task, then rejoin me to finish preparations at the southern walls. Before I continue with that quest, let me do a couple of other things. Let me talk with a few other quest rings here.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Ah,
Will you
Kippen.
aid us?
It saddens all of us to learn that Lady Goda was party to the betrayal of the Entwash Vale. Vale-minded it is. Be that as it may, Lady Goda wishes to speak with you, perhaps to state her case, though I fear Reeve Ingbert is stung to the heart and will not relent. You will find Goda in her cell in the prison.
You have done well.
Ah, you have come. Nay, I do not wish to atone for my so-called crimes, for I do not believe I have committed one. You, however, committed a great atrocity against my people. You have caused my son and grandson to defy the laws of Theoden King, making them traitors of Rohan, and you have removed the favor of Grima, who holds counsel with greater powers than our kings. You know not what you have done, for great wrath shall now be poured out against us. Now leave me to wait for my doom. Okay. So we're done with that. Let me see what other quests I can do. Let me go to the infirmary.
What brings you to these lands?
The glory does not belong only to me, but to every man who rode against the orcs. It belongs also to you, Kippen. Tola, my dear wife, was deceived by my grandmother and sought to keep me from harm. She should be made aware that my injury has brought Eaworth to a reprieve from the orcs, and that my grandmother acted in treason. Will you bring assurance to Tola? You will find her in our house nearby. So it looks like he's doing okay. That's good news.
Another lesson learned.
Ingmar sent you? Then he has awakened and is coherent? You speak of Lady Goda's treachery and the glory and honor Ingmar earned, securing the safety of Eaworth against the orcs. Alas, that I was so blinded by Goda's guile. It must be terrible grief for Ingmar and his father, but there should also be great joy, for my husband lives and Eaworth remains free. Return to the Reeve and let him know that my heart is at peace. Okay. I feel like we're reaching the conclusions here to the Eaworth saga.
You did very well.
It is good to hear that my son is doing well and that Tola is at peace. However, there is still a matter upon my heart that I wish to discuss with you.
I need your help.
Kippen, I fear that we were not the only ones in the Entwash Vale threatened by the orcs. Weeks ago, we sent word to Thornhope, our city in the northwest of the Vale, requesting aid against the siege. We have heard nothing from Thane Wolfhard. In light of my mother's betrayal, it may be that the messenger never made it to Thornhope, or worse, Thornhope may already be under siege itself. Would you ride to Thornhope and learn of its circumstances? If they are in need of aid, I bid you give it, for you have brought hope to Eaworth. Now bring hope to Thornhope. Alright, so that's gonna be a vector quest. So let me finally do this one so we can finish up here.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Hutha nods as you relay Bernald's instructions. That Havok I can do easily enough. My brothers Harriman and Heka will be proud, I think, to know that I have accomplished on this journey. Their little brother Elfling has grown fangs. Elfling, I have always been called by those who disparaged me, but it is a name I wear as a badge of respect, for in my hand my bow Bloodhorn sings as bows of the elves. Now, well, I have a mission and I must be on my way. Tell Burnoth that everything is ready when I return. Let us go down into the city. There is much to be done.
Our message comes to the Entwash Vale at an inopportune time. For orcs have already besieged the city of Eaworth. The Riders 4 must now join with Reeve Ingbert and his allies to break the siege.
What brings you to these lands?
I believe we are nearly ready, Kippen. However, would you stay and speak with me a moment before checking in with the others? Do you not wish to know why it is that I believe we will have victory here? Madness though it may seem to you, I believe it is because I refuse to die so far from home. We all have reasons to live, and those things drive us to survive. For Hutha, it is the bond of brotherhood. For Ludfog, it's redemption. For Ulf, it is vengeance. For Reeve Ingbert, it is honor of his people. What is my reason, you ask? Perhaps you have heard me call my horse by the ignoble name of Prancy. Brimman is my right name, but Prancy is the name that was given to him by my daughter, Clilwyn. Not long after I came to Aldburg, I met a lady there named Merowyn, the daughter of one of Lord Eomer's counselors. We fell in love and we were wed. Merowyn bore us a daughter, Ceolwyn. She is now 3.5 summers. I swear to you that I will not die in these lands parted from them. My life will end in Aldburg beside my wife and my daughter, be it in peacetime or in war. Now you know all that is worth knowing about me. Ho there, my friends. Is all in order? My men are prepared. One force awaits within the hall, another in the northern end of the city. They simply await your call. Indeed, I was just about to send Kippen here to check in on Ulf and Leofdog. Good. If we survive this, there will be a feast in your honor.
Our mission is dire.
Kippen, go down to the southern end of the village and speak with Ulf and Leofdog. Make certain that they are ready, and then go to the gate and watch Hutha's return. It's kind of hard to read when it's down here and scrolling, just because of the way my microphone is positioned, and it's just tiny. But what's this quest string? Well, anyways, let me just go here.
Thank you for your help.
All is in readiness here, Kippen. Stay a moment, though. I once told you that I would not speak of my past. It is rare indeed that I do so, and only with those I trust. You have earned my trust. You deserve to know a little, at least, of what drives me onward. Good. If we survive this, there will... Oh. I told you of the day Lord Eomer found me. I did not tell you why I was hunting orcs near the Argonath. My birth name was Wiggle, son of Wildir. My father was of Rohir, my mother was of Dunlending. By the time I was 17, I had married a girl named Atta. We had 3 sons, Wigbit, Durman, and Egric. Then, 10 years ago, I lost everything. Thane Glodsnu of Gapholt called a weapon take to cleanse the orcs of the Misty Mountains from the area. I joined the Thane's company of 120 men, and we drove the orcs back into their caves, only we learned too late that it had been a trap. The orcs ambushed us within their caverns, and only 20 of us returned, alive, though many of us wished we had not. We returned to our homes to find them burnt to the ground and our family slain. My wife and my sons lay before me dead in the midst of a dozen Dunlendings. I do not remember what happened next. I simply awoke later, amid the severed heads of the Dunlendings, with a large gash upon my face. Bogum died then, and Ulf the Reaver was born. I can only barely remember what my wife and sons looked like. All I know now is the desire to shed blood of my enemies. The rest of my story you know already.
Thank you for your help.
You shall find Leofdog and learn the state of his company. I believe he is posted near the southern gate.
Thank you for your help.
Ah, Kippen, you have come to check on the readiness. Indeed, all is prepared here. However, do you have a moment to speak with me? Do you wish to know why I volunteered to ride with Burnoth? You know already of my great shame, and that is the gist of it. I have been spurned by nearly all of my friends and companions in arms, save those that I ride with now, yet that matters not to me. My dear Fleda sees past the shame, and even stands staunchly in my defense with her uncle. I need not prove my worth to her. My daughters, however, must bear the brunt of my shame. They are both marrying age, but no man will have them because of me. Leofwyn, the elder, declares that she cares not and remains ever faithful to her father, but I have seen a great desire in her eyes when she looks upon the children of the village. My younger daughter, Wyneth, however, scorns me for her plight. I must prove to her that the men of Aldburg once more that I am worthy of honor, as in my youth. Do you see this scarf I wear? It was given to me by Fleda, and is my most prized possession. I wear it now as a token of my oath to redeem my honor. I can truly say now that I am an open book to you.
You have done well.
Now all we must do is wait. What is that? I think Hutha is approaching. Is he though? Yes, he is. Beware, the orcs are coming. Okay, good. A few more coming in. There's a berserker. Let me kind of bring these in here. There's another little group coming in. I'll just fight them all by myself, I don't care. Retreat with the riders to the next defensive position. Alright, I guess we'll go all the way up here. Although, one guy chose not to retreat. There you go, now he's running. No, he's not. Another little trio coming in. Let me get out of the line of sight of the archer. Man, that archer though. He took position. Okay, retreat to the next defensive position. I don't feel good about leaving these guys behind, so I'm just gonna keep fighting out here. Another group. Another 3 coming in. Well, let me come here to the archer. Oh no, I'm silenced. I'm super silenced. Retreat with the riders to the next position. Alright, there's a big group of them. Looks like I'm leading them. It's a big group. We got a big army too, though. Nice. You have defeated the orc assault. Very good. Nice ambush.
You did very well.
You and Brunot's riders have done my people a great service, Kippen. We will consider the captain's warnings.
What brings you to these
Well
lands?
done, Kippens. The orcs never suspected the trap, and a good many of them shall no longer threaten the walls of Eaworth. It is time for my men and I to ride on to Snowbourne. So I shall say, fare thee well. Speak with Reeve Ingbert and remind him of his promise. Anything interesting here? It's an axe. Just weapons. Okay. I think that we're done, right? We are. No more quests. Just riding north to Thornhope, so I can swift travel over here since I've been here before. That'll be nice and quick. Shadows of Moria. Reeve Ingber sent you to learn the fate of Thornhope, and you have found mounted orcs patrolling the northern part of the Entwash Vale. You should defeat some orcs. Alright, so maybe I won't swift travel there. I'll ride and kill some orcs along the way. But we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.